Today, the Alberta NDP, official opposition, is calling for the UCP government to release the full, unredacted evidence and analysis used by the UCP government to make the decision on their failed, no-jobs, multi-billion-dollar corporate handout. The claim was, at the time and remains, that it would create jobs, that it would attract investment, grow the economy. Instead, we have actually seen the exact opposite play out before the pandemic and during. Investment fell in our province. Our economy shrank. Companies packed up and moved their headquarters out of province, such as Ankana. Companies like Husky took that corporate handout and laid off hundreds of people. This was before the pandemic. In total, over 50,000 jobs were lost. And every week now, we see news of more job losses. So last week, 2,100 jobs were announced to be lost out of Cenovus. They banked a $650 million advantage from the corporate handout. Another 2,000 jobs lost at Suncor. They have told their shareholders they'll get a dividend, and the Suncor itself benefited to the tune of $1.1 billion from the corporate handout. In the last couple of weeks alone, Albertans learned of 4,000 job losses, and from those companies, we have also learned that they have benefited to the tune of $1.6 billion in foregone taxes on the corporate rate. So it's clear that this strategy has failed. It has failed the economy, it is failing Albertans in terms of getting them back to work. But rather than scrap this plan and work to create a new one, the Premier and the government have doubled down on this handout. They've tabled legislation. It is in the House right now to speed up this failed experiment. They're trying to ram this legislation through during the pandemic, but they've provided no basic evidence that it will work. For months, we have been asking, on behalf of Albertans, for the government to release the analysis they used to justify this decision, to hit the accelerator on this policy. We've only gotten radio silence from the Premier and the Finance Minister, and in fact, Albertans' queries to this effect have been dismissed rather rudely by the government. So they've been reluctant to show the analysis that Albertans have been asking for. So we asked via Freedom of Information. We asked for all of the fiscal analysis, the economic tables in the Department of Treasury, Board and Finance on the corporate tax giveaway between January and June of this year. And instead, what we got was 4 blank pages. There are thousands of Albertans who have lost their jobs before the pandemic and in recent weeks. They need a jobs plan. This is not a jobs plan.